Very good morning, students. Hope you all are fine and good. So, the chapter that we are going to see today is the continuation of chapter 12, that is employee training method. So, the last session, what did we see, ma? So, I think I have covered what is employee training method, like what is training. I have covered. We learned about definition of training, isn't it? Then we just learned what is training. Okay, then we just saw about the purpose of training or need for training. Okay, so then the next topic was about steps in designing a training programs, isn't it? So still here we have covered for the last session. So now today, so I'm going to take the topic that is from training methods. So what are the training methods that we have in a company? Okay, that is what we are going to see. I already told you in the last session. So based on the training, the candidates are categorized under 3 sections, isn't it? So now we are going to see what are the different types of training that the candidates are going to get in order to perform well. Okay, so let's see the continuation now. See, various methods of trainings are used to train the employees. It is varying from one organization to another. Various factors like skill, requirement, qualification of the candidates, cost and time availability, and in-depth knowledge should be considered before adopting any given method. So there are 2 principal methods of training, employee training, so which are used by the organizations as given in the figure. See, based on the employees, I already told you about the explanation on 3 different categories of employees. Yes, so now we are going to see what are the different methods that they are going to get based on their qualification, based on their work, based on their process, like how it depends. So the training also varies accordingly. Okay, so now we are going to see the different training methods. Actually, the training methods is of only 2 types we have. Okay, the first one is nothing but on the job training. What is on the job training, children? Can you tell me? See, think and tell me. So it is very simple. On the name itself we have, that is on the job. It means when you are placed into a job, you get a training. Okay, after getting placed into the job, you get the training. That is on the job training. Okay, what is off the job training then? So it's very simple, right? So before you get placed into your job, you get the training. So that is off the job training. Okay, even before you go and join to the company, you just get trained and then you go and join a company. Okay, that is off the job. Yes. So see the on the job training. Now we are going to see the categories. Like categories, what are the categories that we have on like different types that we have for the on the job training. Okay, so on the job training refers to the training which is given to the employees at the workplace by his immediate supervisor. In other words, the employee learns the job in the actual work environment. It is based on the principle of learning by doing and learning while earning. Yes, it is very simple, as I told, isn't it? See how you are doing, how you are learning, how you are getting trained. It means after getting the job, the candidate, what he does after getting the job, his direct supervisor, he is giving the training. Okay, so that is called as the on the job training. Here what he is doing, what is the logo here? What he must do is he learns while he does the job. Yes, and learning while earning, that is what is called as on the job training. So on the job training is suitable for see, it is imparting the skills that can be learned in a relatively short period of time. The following are the on the job training methods. So the very few training which is required after getting the job. Also, if it is very easy, yeah, that candidate can learn after getting the job, isn't it? So if you think like that, then you can offer this on the job training. Okay, so the first method that we have is a coaching method. What is coaching method? See, in the coaching method of training, the superior teaches or guides the new employee about the knowledge and skills relevant to a given job. In this method, superior plays the role of a coach or a guide and instructor. Under this method, the superior should point out the mistakes, lapses committed by the new worker and also advise the remedial measures to trainees. The trainees can clear the doubts then and there. What is this? So the coaching method is nothing but, in the coaching method, the superior actually what he does, he actually teaches or even guides the new employee about the knowledge. So what and all the new knowledge that they have, that is actually taught by the superiors, and even skills, even relevant skills for the job also is given for that, based on the work, what kind of work he is going to do, even the knowledge is given, and even the talent, the skills are even provided to them. Okay, so in this method actually what happens is the superior plays a major role, because he is only the person who is going to coach, isn't it? So he plays a major role in this, he is the instructor here. Okay, so under this method, the superior should point out the mistakes, lapses committed by the new workers, and also advise the remedial measures to the trainees. So when you are being taught at this time, what happens is, so wherever you do a mistake, a superior will be there with you every time, and he will be teaching you like how you must do it. Okay, it means very simple. See, when you join to a company, okay, so your seniors will be there, isn't it, or trainees will be there, who will sit near to you, and they will teach you like how you must do the process and everything. So that is called as on the job, that is coaching method. Okay, so you don't need much time and all, so once when they teach, you will be able to do the job. That is what. Okay, see, it's committed by the new workers, and also advise the remedial measures to trainees. The trainees can clear their doubts then and there. So whenever they have a doubt, what they will do, they will clear their doubts and all. Okay, that is what. So mentoring method. What is mentoring method? Mentoring is a process of sharing knowledge and experience of an employee. Mentoring means what? Actually, it is a process. Like how? To share the knowledge. So whatever the knowledge and experience superior is going to have, that they are going to share it to the employee. So how you must manage, for example, in particular department, if a superior is there and so many subordinates are there, for example say 10 subordinates, okay, not all the subordinates will perform their work properly, isn't it? At least one or two will go on a lapse. So what happens is, between them, who is going to perform well, the superior will select one among them, so to whom he will teach his work, few of his responsibility he will teach, and he will get the work shifted to them, so that he can do his job at an earlier thing, isn't it? So it will be easy for him to complete his task. So many tasks will be assigned for the superiors. So in that, very minimal or easy task can be even assigned to the most responsible subordinates also. So that is what, that is called as the mentoring. Okay, so he will teach his work to the subordinate, and by which he will start doing the work by the advice and the guidance of the superior. Okay, it is mostly used for managerial employees. Mentoring is always done by the senior person. It is also one-to-one interaction like coaching. Besides, the mentor is responsible for the providing necessary support to trainees and feedback on the performance of trainee. Okay, so this is what. So when you, for example, you have an interest in learning, you have a passion for doing CA. So it means what? Chartered accountant, isn't it? So what you will do actually, so you want to become a chartered accountant, what you will do? You will go for you will go and have a guidance, isn't it? So you will go for a guidance of an auditor, yes, chartered accountant. So where he will just take you as assistant, and all his work will be done by you. So he will guide you in your all the work, like how you must do everything, he will teach you. So he will only show you like how you must do the job. So you must start learning, and you must start completing the job, isn't it? So that is actually a mentoring. So almost not everyone will do this job. So when you are going to become a professional at that particular stage, they will try to train you in all these things. Okay, so when a senior executive is going to become a manager, for example, in that case they will teach you. Or a senior executive he is eligible to become a say in future he is going to become a team leader. So the team leader will teach him all his job, and tries to find out whether he is capable or not. First of all, they will make him to act independently like a team leader. Then only the posting will be posted on them. Okay, that is what. So that is mentoring. Okay. See, the job rotation method. Then what is job rotation method? It means what? So see, job rotation is an important method for broadening the knowledge of executives. Under this method, a trainee is periodically shifted from one work to another work, and from one divisions to another division for a particular period of time. The main aim of the job rotation is to expose employees to various interrelated jobs. Students, see, not every employee will have talent in all the jobs. Yes. So few will have a particular talent in few particular sections maybe, okay, but few are there who are very much intelligent or very smart, where they will even work for 2 or 3 departments also. What happens is that particular employee, what they will do is they will just put him in different departments and he will get trained, and if that excess employee, he might be an excess employee, okay. So here what happens is if he is getting placed to other departments, even he need to support that particular department also. So here what happens is that particular man, he will be in a job rotation. He will not be in one particular job for every time, because he knows all the process, 3 to 4 process he knows very well. So as per the requirement, automatically he get moved from one place to the other for the work, okay. So wherever he has a job, he has to move. That is job rotation. So it won't be outside the organization and all. Within the organization, within the departments, they will just exchange, okay. See, job instruction techniques method. What is job instruction technique method? It means what? In this method, a trainer at the supervisory level gives some instructions to an employee to how to perform his job and its purpose. It's very simple, isn't it? I already told you, we had already had a discussion about this in your last classes and all. I have already explained about all this. So when you just once you get a job, what will be done for you? You will be asked to attend the orientation program, isn't it? Orientation program is nothing but a very simple introductory kind of training, okay. That is very simple. It's just an introduction round. So next you will get into a process training. So where you will meet your supervisor and all, where you will get the process training. In case in future if you don't perform well, or if you have any lapse on your work, so what happens is you will be suggested to the HR for another training session, okay. So at that time this training happens. Job instruction techniques method. So how you must do your job on time, how you must complete your job, so that will be taught at this time, okay. So you already know the process, but you don't know how to manage the timing and all. So for that reason you will be another reschedule will be made for you for another training section, okay. That is this. So here what happens is the advanced trainers will come and they will teach you like how you must manage your time and how to complete the task on time, okay. See, apprenticeship training method. What is apprenticeship training method, okay? The apprentice or the trainee learns the job knowledge and skills from the trainer or superior or senior worker. So what he does, he learns the job, isn't it? It is very simple. Yeah, I told you one example, chartered accountant and all, yes. So that is actually apprentice training only. Generally, the apprentice training is given to the technical cadre, like that mechanics, electricians, craftsmen, welder, fitters, etc. This duration of this training program ranges from 1 to 5 years. The trainee gets the stipend during the training period, of course. I already told you, yes. So when you become, for example, student completes MBBS, it means medicine, isn't it? So when he completes the medicine, what he will do? He will just become a doctor, is it so? No. The final year, that is the 5th year, when he is before the student gets enrolled, he has to go for a internship. He needs to go and do the work, the real work. That is, as a doctor, he has to serve for the 5th year, and only if he does the work in a proper way, he will get that certificate. Yeah, so that is what. So it is apprenticeship. At that time, what will they have? They will only get stipend. Okay, they will not get the salary, or they will not get payment and all for it. Only stipend will be given. Stipend is very simple, so they will get very less amount. So how it happens? So who are the professionals who are going to get stipend? We can say lawyers will get, engineers will get, doctors will get, all the professionals, okay. Chartered accountants will get stipend, yes. So these are the different things where they have stipend. So even in few cases, see what are the examples given here? Craftsmen, welders, fitters, these people also get stipend. Why means? Before learning a job, they will not do the work independently, right? So at that time, they will not get salary and all. Only very less salary will be given. That is called as a stipend, okay? In your life, you would have already come across, AC mechanics and all, isn't it? Washing machine welders, and then refrigerator repairers, all those people are actually, they initially, if they don't know the job, then they will only get stipend, okay. So if after learning, what they will do, they will start their own business. Okay, see the next term. So it is committee assignment. What is committee assignment? When employees are assigned to committee to address a particular issue, they are able to work closely with other members and committee leader. So when some issue when they have some kind of issue, okay, so when it is told to the group, that particular group where he is going to do the job, okay, so what happens is they are able to work closely with other members and committee leader. They gain more knowledge by observing and participating in the decision making process. So for example, this we can say, how we can say committee is actually for what? You have so many different committees, right? So we have what to say, so many committees are there, like trade committees are there, for jewelry they have one committee, for every business they have one committee, one leadership is there. Yes, why do they want to have a leadership? Because when any problem comes they need to solve it, isn't it? For that reason they will form a committee and they will solve it off. See here what happens is, the other members what they will do is they will just observe what the decision is taken by the senior committee member, okay, and they will just understand and they will identify like how they must solve the issue in future, okay. So they gain more knowledge by observing and participating in decision making process. So this is what they actually gain. What they gain more knowledge when they observe. When the work is done by other person, they observe it and then they even participate in the decision making process also, okay. See the next one. So still here this method is there. The next one, the seventh method, is understudy or internship training method. What is internship training? It's very simple. When you complete your college, the final year of a degree, at that time what you will do is you will just go for when you complete your degree, at that time they will ask you to go for an internship training program, okay. So what you will do is you will just go and do a job in a company, and where they will give you some maybe a stipend, okay, they will give you a stipend for it. So what you will do there, you will learn the job, what and all they are doing there, that you will observe, and you will get to know about the knowledge, like how the work is getting done over there, okay. That is internship actually. See, a superior gives training to a subordinate or understudy, like an assistant to a manager or a director. The subordinates learn through experience and observation by participating in handling day-to-day problems. So every day, like how they tackle their problems. So what and all the problems which they are going to face, that how they are going to deal with. That problem solving technique is actually it is actually understood by the internship training only, okay. So the basic purpose of internship training is to prepare subordinate for assuming the full responsibilities and duties. Actually, for what reason they want to perform the internship training? They wanted to do it because they want to prepare their subordinates. It means their members, okay, by getting the full responsibility, by making them to do the job on full responsibility, and they want to perform it a very better, in an effective way. For that reason only internship training is given, okay. So see. So still here we have seen about the on-the-job training method. There are 7 types of on-the-job training, okay. Student, this question is very, very important. So please learn this question, okay. So if you have any doubts, you can just ask me doubts also later on, okay. See, off-the-job training. What is off-the-job training? Off-the-job training is the training method where the workers or the employees learn the job role away from the actual workflow. So from the actual workflow means where they are going to do their job, not there. They will not do their training over there, but it will be like almost like the same actual workflow. How I can say? For example, you are going to become a pilot. Your passion is to become a pilot, okay. For example, I am telling. So when you become a pilot, immediately, like you say you are a pilot, immediately they will give you the flight. Do you think they give you the flight to drive? No. Before getting the off-the-job training, they will not allow you to drive the flight or not. The reason is, off-the-job training means like same like a plane, like a flight, you will have another place where it will be like artificial setting will be made, but you will not be flying, but though all the functions will be there. So you will just that place, it will be like artificial kind of method where you must sit and do all the buttons. You will be rolling all the buttons and then you will be doing it, okay. So that is actually, without the training they will not allow you to fly and all. So see, that is also off the job training only. It means you will not do your job, or you will not get trained on the actual place where you are going to do the job, okay. That is what is off the job training. See, in other words, training which is carried out away from your normal place of work, off the job training comprises of a place specifically allotted for the training purpose, which may be near the actual workplace, where the workers are required to learn the skills and get well equipped with the tools and techniques that are to be used at the actual workflow. What is it? Do you know ICF? Do you know ICF Railway? That colony is there, the ICF Railway colony. Do you know that? So what do they do there actually? So I think you know they actually make the train parts and all, isn't it? So it is not only that, they will even teach like how to drive trains and all, okay? So that is what the actual thing is going on over there. So they will even produce, they will even manufacture all the parts, and as well they will even assemble, and even they will teach the candidates how to drive the train and all. So that is also done over there. So as I already told you, it will not be the real place where you are going to do the job. So if you want to drive a train, so you can't go sit and drive a train immediately. So first of all, you must drive an artificial train. It might be like same like a train, but all the buttons, everything will be working. So you must just try it out first, and then only you will be able to do it, okay? See, the off-the-job training comprises of a place specifically, that is specifically allotted for the training purpose. It is actually only for the training, but your train will not move and all, but only for a training you will be given, like how you are going to drive, that will be monitored, okay? So that everything after learning only what they will do, they will give you the live product to do it, okay? So that is what. So the live programs will be fixed only based on your current work, how you are going to do based on that, okay? See, the lecture method. What is the lecture method? Under this method, trainees are educated about concepts, theories, and principles and implications of knowledge in any particular area. Trainer may be generally drawn from colleges, then universities, consultancies, institutions, manufacturing concerns, then union, etc. They impart training effectively by their oratorical skill, knowledge and practical knowledge using audio-visual tools. So what do they do here? Lecture method. Actually they will, do you know, I think you know about PPTs, isn't it? Presentation. Yes, PowerPoint presentation. Very simple. If you have a smart board where you can just connect and you can just have it on the board. So what happens is that presentation, through that presentation you will be able to know, like for example, how I can say, one good example I can say is a presentation for in a company, the manufacturing of a cars, the company which manufactures cars, okay, they are giving a presentation, okay, the engineer is going to give a presentation on the engine of the particular car, like how he will present it. So he will just, what he will do, he will show the picture of that engine and he will explain like how it going to function, what is the capacity of the engine, how far you are going to make it, and what is the cost of making everything, isn't it? So when you just get a committee and when they just listen to this, when the group of clients are going to sit and they listen to this, if they really find that it is going to be less and it will be more effective, then for sure your project will be accepted, isn't it? So that is what is called as lecture method. So you just make everyone to sit together and then you explain the concept. Maybe you use a laptop or you may use a slide or you may use a smart board for explaining everything. With the picture, with the graphical identification and everything, you just use your representations and then you just make a presentation. So when you make like that, what happens? The person, that is your clients who are going to visit to your presentation, if they get impressed, you will get your job. That is, your project will be sanctioned, okay? That is what your lecture method. What is the next one? Yes, the next one is a group discussion method. It's very simple. This we have already discussed. I think the name itself is very clear. Group discussion is nothing but they will sit in a group and they will discuss. So what is correct, what is wrong, everything will be discussed. Maybe when you tell one positive, the other might say even a negative from the point. So they will discuss each among you, and then a good decision, a best decision will be implemented. See, a group of people participate and discuss particular subject or one topic. Under this method, participants are divided into various groups and they were provided a particular issue for deliberation. And each group has to prepare a solution after deep discussion with their group members. The group leader has to present the solution to the audience, which will be discussed or deliberated by other groups. moderator will give final solution after listening to divergent viewpoints. It's very simple, isn't it? So for example, a company is going to introduce a new plan, okay? At that time, what will be the positive vibes of that plan, what will be the negatives of that plan, that everything will be discussed in a group discussion. So finally they will just take all the points, how many positive they get, how many negatives they get, that everything they will think and they will calculate, and then finally they will give one, they will just give their they will just announce their view about it, okay? So that is the conclusion of the group discussion. The leader will only observe the group discussion, he will make them to talk and he will give them the topic, and in case if he feels that is not going to work out, then they will just come out of that particular idea, okay? That is what. The next one is case study method. This is actually very simple, okay? So how I can see, for example, this we can even say in a kind of a management also, okay? So when you get a job into a company, I'm just telling you for an example, I want to just explain this. So what to do is, for example, you are being selected as a advisor, okay, or a counselor to a company. You are being selected as a counselor to a good advisory counselor to a company. So what you must do at that time, for example, they'll throw you different situations. When you are trying to go for interview, they'll give you various situations, okay? So they will ask you, like, if an employee is going to get affected so and so, like what kind of counseling will you give, and employee is having this kind of problem, so how you will tackle him, and how you will be able to make him to do the production, how you will make him to give good production, that everything the questions will be asked to you. So based on those scenarios, you must think and you must say, as a counselor you must think and you must say what will be your suggestion for that, okay? That is actually case study. See, trainees are described as situations which stimulate their interest to find solution, and they have to use their theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge to find solution to the problem presented. There is no single solution to the problem. It may vary depending upon the viewpoints of trainees. In short, the purpose of case study method is to make the trainee apply their knowledge. It's very simple. One who is going to do the job, he might think that I am not able to do my job because I don't have a good communication. Few might think that I don't have a technical skill. A few might think that I don't have a proper knowledge. Maybe other will think that I don't have a proper cooperation, isn't it? So many things will be there. I don't have a proper coordination. I fail in coordination. So many problems will be in a company. So that how it can be rectified, how they can solve it, by giving a suggestion. That is what is called as a case study. So you will compare the cases, you will compare one employee with the other, and based on that particular situation, the solution will be given for the problem, okay? That is actually case study method. What is the next one? The role play method. It's very simple, yes. So under this method, trainees are explained the situation and assigned roles. So for example, what I can say, like for example, now we have so many the problem. Now we have almost, it is like a fall down for the economy, isn't it? Because of corona and because of pandemic situation, what happened? So many months the business was not going on properly, and so many problems started raising in. So when you just come out, also we have so much of fear and all. Yes. So at this particular time, like how you must do your job. So what happens in a company? What they will do? They will assign. Okay. So what will happen is, if the situation goes worse, automatically the work will be assigned to few people who they think they are responsible, and that according to the situation they must do their job. Maybe like in IT companies now they are doing work at home jobs. Yes. So few representative will be there who are assigned for the jobs of maybe 10 or 20 members. So what he must do is he has to monitor what job they are doing, and are they doing the job or not. That everything should be monitored and the report should be given by him by the end of the day. So that is actually role play method. See, under this method, trainees are explained the situation and assigned roles, and they have to act out the roles assigned to them without any rehearsal, and there are no pre-prepared dialogues. Thus, they have to assume role and play the role without any preparation. For example, the role of a customer and salesman, management and union leader, foreman and worker, etc. may be played in the training arrangements. The moderator, after observing the role played, gives his view to the role players. Yeah, this role play method, even we can say in the case of interview also they will do. Like how? You have a good interest in sales, okay? So when you have a good interest in sales, what happens is, when you see, one of the very toughest job is sales job, okay? Because you must go, you must make customers to get impressed, and you must sell your product, okay? It's very, very tough. But here what happens is, when you are being selected as a sales executive, your interviewer, what he will do is, he will give you a product, maybe a pen or whatever he has in front of him, maybe a file or anything, okay? So he will give you that, or a bottle or something, and he will ask you to probe yourself. He will ask you to act like you are a seller and he is a customer. So how you will try to sell the product by convincing him? He will ask you to act like that. So you must become a real salesman over there, and you must convince the customer in buying the product, okay? So that is what is called as the role play method. You will not be given time and all for this. Immediately you must just start your role play and all. So that is part of interview only, okay? So this is also one kind of training only. So by this they will identify what is his strength and what is his weakness, and he is able to convince the customer, like whether he is capable of doing the job and so on, okay? That is what. See the next one. The next one that we have, thus the participants can widen and deepen their knowledge by their active participation at the conference. Example, doctors conference, salesman conference, etc. This is one of the oldest method but still a favorite training method. Yeah, when you want to become a doctor, just a situation should be given to you. They will just ask you to, if you are a doctor, they will ask you, a patient is at a very critical stage, like what you will do at this time. They will ask you to do, like how you will do it. So you will just give a solution for it. So your senior doctor, what he will do, he will just find out whether you are able to solve the issue or not. So that is also, this is a role play method. Field trip method means what? So this is very simple, isn't it? So you would have already known about this. During your higher secondary or during your schools, you used to go for a field trip. Yes. So this is actually what means. You will see your reality and you will find out what is good or what is bad and what is going on, what are the processes going on over there. That is actually field trip method. See, a field trip or a field work or training in the fields is a journey undertaken by a group of employees or trainees into a place away from their actual work site, okay? In other words, trainees are taken to actual workplace or site firstly to gain the exposure and knowledge. They are explained the process of work by the supervisor or manager of the facility visited by the participants. They are free to clarify their doubts from the organization experts. This method helps the trainees to strengthen their theoretical knowledge obtained in the classroom environment by practical exposure. What is this actually? See, when you are taught about a lesson, okay, say banking lesson. So when we just teach you about banking and about what are the do's and don'ts, so you will not know like what is it, isn't it? It will become bore for you. But when you just go for a live demo, you just visit a bank, we'll take you to a bank, that is called as a field trip. The learning can even be done through field trip also. This can even happen in the case of job also, okay? So both can happen. So here what happens is, we take you to a bank, there you will find out like what and all the process which goes in, and what are the different kinds of accounts they have. In order to open an account, what and all you must do, that everything you see and you learn. So in spite of sitting in a class and giving a lecture and making you to understand, it is far more better that if we take you to that particular place and when you teach, it will be more easier for you and will be more understood also, okay? That is what is field trip method, okay? So if you have any doubts also, you can clear with your supervisor at that place itself. What is vestibule training? This is also very interesting kind of training. See, when you want to become an astronomer, okay, when you want to become an astronaut, or when you become maybe you want to become a pilot, or maybe you want to drive a train or a helicopter or anything like that, will you directly be placed onto a flight and they'll ask you to drive? No, isn't it? So actual place, I already told you, you will be given like artificial place will be set it for you. There you must go and you must just operate that machine, and accordingly, so when you just operate that machine, you will know, you feel like flying high on the sky, but you will actually be landed on the land only. Okay, so that is an artificial place where you get training. Okay, that is actually vestibule training. So before going to the space, you will just have a training in the vestibule section, that is vestibule training. See, vestibule training is training of employees in an environment similar to actual work environment, artificially created for training purpose. This types of training is given to avoid any damage or loss to the machine in the actual place by trainees and avoid disturbing the normal workflow in the actual workplace. It is given to drivers, pilots, space scientists, etc. Okay, clear? See, that is what. So in order to just avoid problems, when you just go to the real tool, and when you just try to find out like how to drive and all, that will be a difficult task. So they will just teach you in the vestibule training, and then you will be placed for the real job. Okay, what is the e-learning method? So now you are learning, that is what is called as e-learning method. Very simple, you do it through internet. Okay, the learning is by internet, that is e-learning. See, e-learning is the use of technological process to access of a traditional classroom or office. E-learning is also often referred to as online learning or web-based training. Okay, so e-learning is actually what? You do it through internet, isn't it? So you are doing it in internet only, right? Now you are learning everything through internet only. So e-learning training course can save lakhs and lakhs of rupees on an organization, as they no longer have to pay for overtime or costly. Okay, so that is what you must pay more for doing the e-learning and all, because you must do it, maybe you must do it through website, or you must recharge for your phone and all, isn't it? That is what. Seminar to improve employee skills. Under this type of web-based training is anywhere and anytime information can pass over the internet. Okay, that is what. So if you want any instruction, they will give everything on the internet itself. Demonstration training method is nothing but they will give a demo. Yes, so how I can say, for example, if it is a new mixie or new grinder or new product, if it is a very vacuum cleaner, for example, okay, or if it is a AC, air conditioner, or if it's a fridge, or if it's a washing machine, what they will do? They'll come and do a demo. Yes, they will come, the installation will be done by the company people, they will come and a person will be there. So you must just call and register them. They will come to your house, and what they will do? They will install it, and then they'll teach you how to use the product, and then they will go. That is called as demonstration. Okay, that is demonstration training. After buying a product, demo will be given. Okay, this method is a visual display of how something works or how to do something. Demonstration involves showing by reason or proof, explaining or making clear by use of examples or experiments. As an example, trainer shows the trainees how to program instruction method. Under this method, the subject matter to be learnt is presented in a series of units. These units are arranged from simple to complex level. It consists of 3 parts: presenting facts, new knowledge, and question and answers. Trainee has to read the unit, understand the concept, and take part in self-evaluation exercise. What is this actually? So, you must learn one part. Your learning will be divided into different tutorials. Okay, so based on your part whichever you learn, you will be asked questions after that. So you must answer the questions. So that is what this is. Okay, this is program instruction method. Based on that, after once when you learn the first part, few questions will be asked. You must answer it, and according to that, evaluation will be done. And next you will go for the advanced, little more advanced, like that it will goes on. That is what is program training method. See, instruction method. On the successful completion of each and every unit, he or she will go to a subsequent level. If they forget, they should go back to the original information. If they do not forget the information, they are allowed to go to the next step for learning. Program instructions is made available in printed form, e-books, then example books, table, interactive videos, and other formats. Besides, there are a number of other advanced methods of training of an employees. which will be taught to students in their higher studies. Okay, so in future, if you want to learn with the advanced knowledge, after advanced learning, at that stage you'll be learning this programmed instruction method. Okay, so the next topic that we have is the differences between on-the-job training and off-the-job training, and the benefits of training we have, students. So we will see this in your next video, because your video is going to be very lengthy. Okay, so I'll just stop here. Okay, so please read your lessons line by line. If you have any doubts, please get back to me for the live session, students. Okay, so prepare well for your exams also. Take care, students.